Hey there, this is Kushal and welcome to the video in which we will see some special things about Python, that is creating a file, reading a file and writing a file, as well as some basics about Numpy and Pandas. So stay tuned for this, and we are basically this is a very important video, just because these things are these things have very high application scope, because in every almost all of the codes, all of the applications, you will have to use a data, or you will have to interact with files. So there you need to have the information about it, and that's why I'm adding it as a bonus lecture. So stay excited and let's start learning it. So in order to create a file using Python, we use a open function. Okay, this open function has two parameters. If you see, actually it has multiple parameters, but two of them are important. First is the file name. Let's say if you because let me explain you. First is the file name. Second is the mode that you want to use. What do I mean by mode? Let's first write a file name. So let's say file underscore 1.txt comma mode. So we have multiple modes to talk about. The first mode is the read mode. Okay, so let's just talk about multiple modes. The first mode is the read mode. This mode is used to read a text file, already saved text file, for reading. Alright, and basically let's say you have a text file and you want to read and you want to get the data out of that, you use this mode. You have this only function open for all the modes. The second mode is R plus mode. This is for read and write. Let's say you want to read a file and you also want to get the writing permissions for that. So you use the R plus thing. The next mode is W mode, and using the W mode you open the file for writing. You basically create a new file. Okay, and also you have W plus mode that lets you open files for reading as well as writing. Okay, which basically replaces the pre-existing file, because when you use the R plus file, what you do, you use the pre-existing file. But when you use the W plus mode, you basically create a file and then you allow the reading for that. When you use the A, you use the append only function, which is just creating a file for writing, which is just basically creating a file which does not exist. And when you use the A plus mode, you basically create a file and then you write it. The W plus and A plus is sort of similar. Okay, so now let's basically make a file, and let's just see some things of it. So file1.txt, and let's keep the mode to be A. Let's just open it in append mode. Okay, so now what we can do, let's basically call it file underscore 1 equals to this. And when I will run this, let me just open the file directory of this Colab, and when I will run this, you will see one file will be created here. Now file1.txt is created here. You can create multiple files like this, and like the thing that we want to understand is we can also add the data to it. So let's now add a data to this file. So in order to do that, what we'll have to do, we have to do file1 equals to open, and then change the mode to write mode. Now let's see what we will do. So let's say this is the line that we want to input. L equals to Python is a good programming language and it is easy to understand. Okay, and I want to basically write this file inside our file1.txt. So I'll be writing file underscore 1 dot write write function, and in this we will write L, and then it will be written inside our file. So basically we will have to input string, not a list. So let's convert it into a string, and then let's open this file. If we will be able to open it, We'll have to refresh it first. Okay, so we'll have to close the file as well. File1 dot close, and then it will save it. So if we just open it again, you can see that the string is written inside the file. So this is how you can write any file. If you want to read it, what you should do, you should again open it like this using the read command, and then you should write file underscore one dot read, and it will return the text inside the file, or whatever you will save inside the file. You can save any binary information, you can save any text, it's up to you, right? So that is the basics of the file you will be using. That's the most of the information you'll be using whenever creating and writing a file. Rest of the modes are not that important, and you won't be using it because most of your work will be done by this only. And in the next video we will talk about numpy and pandas, some basics about that, like what are numpy arrays, how to access values in that, and what are some special functions which you can use, as well as reading the numpy documentation, and how you can search for some functions for numpy, as well as some data manipulation techniques in pandas. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.